What we knew about them beforehand, Kazuha's story quest really put a lot of emphasis on masterless visions, and while Kazuha is limited in what he knows, we get to have a look at everybody's backstory, which means we have a better understanding of how masterless visions work. But before we get into that, let me quickly run over what masterless visions are for anyone who hasn't done Kazuha's quest yet. Essentially, a masterless vision is a vision that has lost its power, losing all color and going gray. This happens when the person that was given the vision dies. At times, a masterless vision may be able to gain a new master, allowing this new person to use it. And Ningguang is one of the few people who managed to reactivate a vision. It's not clear how she had gotten a hold of it, but at one point she came into the possession of a masterless vision. Instead of trying to come up with ways to reactivate it, her first thought was to come up with a way to sell it, and as she thought about the riches to be had, the vision shone forth its light and reactivated. A similar thing also seems to have happened with the vision Mona has. Though it is admittedly a little confusing, in the section about her vision, it mentions that Mona is using a teaching aid from her master, which serves as a reminder of their time together. At the end of this section, it says that one day a vision of her very own would quietly indwell this old teaching aid. The fact that Mona's vision isn't her own, but her master's, would explain why it has the Mondstadt outline, but she's not from there. With Mona's master knowing Alice, it makes sense that she would be a Mondstadt citizen. But interestingly enough, Mona's master isn't dead. The whole reason that Mona wants to stay in Mondstadt is because she's afraid of what her master will do now that she found her diary. That means that she became the master of the vision despite the previous master being alive. It's possible that she can use it because her master allows it, but it may be something a little bit more complex than that. In a previous video, I talked about how I thought people receive their visions based on their personality. When something happens and they display a specific trait, the archon of that element presents them with a vision. And when I was thinking about the theory, I found it odd that Zhang Li would give a vision to Ningguang when he so obviously didn't like her in that little archon story quest that we were doing. It would make sense then that an archon is not a part of the decision for a vision to be reawakened. Unfortunately, we don't know who the previous owner of Ningguang's vision was, but as previously said, Mona's master gave her the vision she is using. The two obviously have similar ideals and goals. After all, Mona is learning from her master, so it would make sense that the vision, then designed for Mona's master, would also work for her. In a sense, it's possible that visions react to a person's personality, like a fingerprint scanner, just for emotions and goals and all that stuff. That would mean that a masterless vision would only reawaken for another person who is similar to its original owner. That means that Ningguang's vision used to belong to somebody who was money-driven, which does make sense. After all, with her life, the people she would most commonly know would be someone similar to her, and it makes sense that a vision would be able to have some kind of power even without the original owner. There would be no reason for the members of the Tenryu Commission to collect masterless visions unless they can add something to the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god statue that they're making. Because, let's be real, even with Zhongli telling us that he thinks Bao doing this because she thinks vision should stay in the divine domain of the gods, there's gotta be some other reason. And we've seen the Mechanical Samurai. It wouldn't be a stretch to think that Bao is trying to make some ultimate protector that will stand eternal or something like that out of the visions. It's something that we probably are going to have to fight. Yeah, looking forward to that one. So, for Kazuha to be able to reawaken his friend's vision, he'll need to find somebody who has the same goal, desire, or personality. Back in the vision and personality video, I argued that the Electro visions came from a desire to protect, but a lot of comments pointed out some amazing suggestions, so totally recommend going through those comments and seeing what other people have said, but maybe don't, watch the video, because I mispronounced the names terribly, and we know that the friend wanted to see the Musha no Hitachi attack, so for whatever reason he wished to see that, we can probably assume is linked to his vision. I believe that motivation is going to have to be present for Kazuha to have his friend's vision be reawakened. And this is sort of a side tangent, but I was talking to Azura and we were kind of discussing the Gnosis and how it has their power tied to it and it's being stolen and how it's possible that Zhongli and Venci both kind of tricked Signora and made them think that they have the Gnosis, but they still have the power, and that's why they can still use their elements. And if that's true, then if Bal doesn't properly trick Signora, then Bal's electro thing's gonna be gone, and it'd be really cool if Bal ended up reawakening Kazuha's friend's vision, and then she uses that instead. But that is a long shot. So I'm just gonna leave that as a little like fun, ooh, that would be so cool, because then it would complete both of their arcs. But no, I don't think that's actually gonna happen. I just wanted to throw that out there into the world. Okay, I'm gonna end this now. Goodbye.